Hey guys, Emery99 here and welcome to a special video. This week, developers of Pro Cycling Manager and Tour de France games Cyanide has revealed the first new features for 2024 editions of PCM and TDF games. As you can imagine from the video behind me, gravel roads are now a thing in both games. And in this video, I'll be going through all the announced changes for both games so far. For Pro Cycling Manager, the main change on 2024 game is announced as sponsor objectives. And we have a screenshot available, so let's explore. We can see a new infrastructure tab on the top right, although don't know what's inside it. Here in the sponsor objectives tabs we have the example of two different sponsors of Visma and Lisa Bike. They have their own yearly budget, own important countries and their own preferred races. This new system allows us to find multiple team name sponsors in order to create budget, while before it was just 3 sponsors that was offered to us in a single date, mostly from redundant regions in every year. Now we're able to sign sponsor contracts on a multiple year basis, which is a great change in my opinion. When we look towards our right, the objectives are now categorized into 3. First, race objectives, which we had for a long time, no visible changes there. Then we have season objectives, where there are milestones that sponsors expect to reach for the full duration of the season. Like, for example, win 50 races or become the best team in world ranking. Besides that, we also have long-term objectives, which is great to have in my opinion. When we make our continental or pro-continental careers, for example, we always have a story in our heads, a goal in our minds, but it was never reflected in the game itself. We can only make assumptions from this screen and we'll have to play to understand how much of an effect these long-term objectives have, whether they are negotiable or customized, but it's still a great change. Looking at the store page, it explains what I've already been telling you, but also has some additional notes. You can choose what team you want to manage and what challenges you want to set. So we do have an input, hopefully, and we can actually determine our challenges ourselves, which would be super nice. Also, it reads, present your objectives to sponsors to support this. Small sponsors can now be pleased with advertising opportunities in major races, which in my opinion might mean that going into breakaway might be like an objective, or just being part of a big race might already be good enough for a sponsor. Each sponsor is different with varied expectations and unique regional restrictions in terms of recruitment. A Colombian sponsor may ask you to recruit Colombian riders for your team. It's up to you to choose the right sponsor based on the direction you want to take your team in. It also says here that you can partner with multiple sponsors, as we've said, and also race performance also has a considerable impact on the success of your riders. Invest in high quality equipment, to achieve the incremental gains highly sought after by professional teams. So hopefully the equipment page is also changed. I mean, it's here present in the store page, but it's just a few sentences. We actually don't know whether the equipment page has changed or not. Now, time for the biggest gameplay change of Pro Cycling Manager 2024, the gravel roads. Here we have a screenshot from the store page, riders on gravel roads with 94 kilometers to go in stage 6 of Tour de France. I believe these gravel roads will be present in the Tour for the first time for a long time, as the stage from Troyes to Troyes has 34 kilometers of gravel roads. First assumptions, we don't see any info on the gravel sector in the overlay. That makes me think gravel roads have their own characteristics different from cobblestones. We seem to be at the halfway mark of the stage as well. Not many gravel has been passed and already riders in the picture look totally done. So the gameplay is definitely changed, and also the behavior of the AI, which probably needs a lot of rework. I would like to remind that these photos are likely from the very first stage of the game, so that means it's in the alpha period, so there's still 3 months to go, and the latest version will be much more polished when we get to play it. More things to note, these stats are not changed, so I can see Medium Mountain still present in the game, but there isn't a new stat for the gravel sectors. And this E5 group is a funny group with Evenepoel, Deli, G, Girmay and Hindley. Another screenshot just a few kilometers before the first one, and we find Pogačar also in this group. We have a peloton of 100 riders we can see from the left, but there are 6 groups in front and 15 groups at the back. It seems that gravel depletes both yellow and red bar quite rapidly. And to conclude, we will probably see new mechanics in gravel races like Strade Bianche. The Pro Cycling Manager 2024 will be available on Steam in 6th of June. Let's hope we will have more information close to that date. Next, let's take a look at Tour de France gameplay and its changes. But firstly, I would like to remind that this video is not sponsored, it's just me giving my own thoughts and just looking at the store page and showing you guys what's currently been announced. I'll be honest, the TDF game is not something I've played a lot in the past year due to little changes to gameplay and features. This year the headline feature is a new multiplayer mode available to play up to 6 people. Here in the store description we can see it's called as Criterium Multiplayer Mode. Create a team of 2 riders from over 900 pro cyclists available and choose your rider outfit. Every week, play Criterium mode to try and unlock bonus content. New riders and jerseys will be available to customize your team. So it seems like there will be a stage available to play that changes every day or week, and it's determined by the game itself. So you cannot actually choose in multiplayer mode to select a race what you want to play. I'm not sure exactly. Also, it seems to determine what type of riders you can pick for this multiplayer Criterium mode, and you can only pick from that category. Here, the multiplayer race is flat, so we can pick 2 riders within flat category. We can look at all the teams which filters flat type riders, and we can select from the ones that have been unlocked. I guess the more you play, the better riders will unlock, but I would like to see how the multiplayer is with 6 people playing at the same time, but it can be fun. Like, do we have AI with full teams, or do we just have 12 riders against each other for a full stage? I mean, that is also fun, but very difficult to manage without pausing the game itself. Also, when we change between riders in single player, we had like a loading screen that freezes for a couple of seconds. I would like to see how that works in multiplayer. This multiplayer mode, it seems promising, but we have less than little information to judge for now. The store page also says 10 new pro teams as a feature. From the screen we can also see teams like Euskatel Euskadi, Equipo Kernpharma, Novo Nordisk, Q35, Tudor Pro Cycling, Bardiani. I think we already had a good amount of pro teams in 2023, but maybe I'm missing out some of them and all of them are maybe available now. I would for sure like to rock the Tour de Titema colors in the game. For gameplay, apart from the gravel roads we've already talked about for PCM, there isn't a change I could see for now. With the gravel stage present in the official route, obviously the TDF game has also provided the gravel mechanic for stage 6. Here we can also see the name of the Chemin, the gravel sector, in the purple icon for gravel, which we didn't have for PCM. With these changed, I would love to see Strade Bianche in the TDF game as well. I think it will be super fun, and I also believe that we'll have more variants within the game that includes gravel sections in Paris-Nice and Tour de France. Maybe also I would like to see Super Planche de Belfield with also the gravel effect. I'm sure the developers have considered this and I hope it will be in the game. Quickly looking at other photos, not much to think apart from a new gate for Paris-Nice, which looks quite cool, not gonna lie. I don't know what 92 means. Maybe something to do with the French town itself. And also we have a focus on a Monaco tunnel. As graphically there's a new tunnel infrastructure for the TDF game, as Tour de France will end on a final day time trial from Monaco to Nice. But that's all we had currently for both of these games. They'll all be out on 6th of June 2024, so just over 3 months left to go for release. If they have announced new features, I will make a new video. But if you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe my channel and like the video so you don't miss out on both new PCM and TDF content and also informative videos like this one. That's me, Emery99, and see you soon.